So, I recently acquired my very first Licca-chan. It's my mental illness, and I get to choose the coping mechanism. So, I didn't really take any good video of the actual like sketching and drawing of the piece. I happened to be visiting my folks that weekend, just didn't have the setup for that. So, just like insert good drawer vibes here. They took a couple of super trash sketch process photos for you, so enjoy those. Yeah, so like let's get into this little piece of fan art that I did inspired by this super adorable Kirby Licca-chan. So, I did at least record most of the painting process. Yay me! So, just super quick kind of overview of the sketching process. I kind of vaguely sketched out some squares to get the scale of Licca and Kirby balance with this little arch element. If you see in the original box, it's got this like cute little arch window. So I was just kind of like mimicking that. So, like, if you were looking for anything cool or sophisticated as far as drawing techniques go, sorry, gonna have to disappoint you. So, for someone who claims that they're gonna plan their compositions more, I did a pretty sloppy job planning the placement of this one. Could have definitely centered it on the paper better, but got too locked in too fast. It's also like kind of a sketchbook. The watercolor paper is really cheap and not good, so it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna blame this little silly trinket purchase on the doll side of YouTube. I don't remember whose vid I saw it in, and don't ask me how I ended up on doll YouTube. Honestly, Hextion, you know, that's probably it. I started seeing their process videos on like Facebook when I did somewhat get on Facebook, and I was like, oh, they got a YouTube because I hate being on Facebook. And then here we are now. So I do like looking at them and listening to other people gush about just their collections in general, figures, trinkets, art supplies, all that kind of stuff, and just overall special interests. But yeah, don't ask me anything about the finer details of ball jointed dolls or doll collecting or doll customizing. I'm a super casual partaker here, okay? And honestly, I super hate that I missed the pre-order for this Licca-chan because she was very reasonably priced. She's like the official Nintendo Land Licca-chan, and she was like less than 30 USD. So I did have to pay a lovely aftermarket price for her. I mean, it wasn't terrible, or I wouldn't have bothered. And at least her shipping from Japan was free. So I'll I'll just like take that into account, right? Yeah, that's how we justify it. So yeah, Kirby has kind of turned into a knick-knack hyperfixation of mine. I am definitely the unfortunate target audience for blind boxes. Um, I guess it's my own form of gambling now, tee hee hee. And there's definitely no shortage of blind boxes for Kirby in the whole Kirby franchise. I honestly kind of feel a little bit of like a poser for all the Kirby merch that I do own now. Since I've played like part of two games. I can, however, claim he's been one of my Smash mains since the Melee days. And some of you watching this probably weren't even born when Melee was in its heyday. I'm so old. Oh. Anyway, so yeah, I do feel kind of weird buying a doll at 30 years old. I can hear the older adults in my life already talking about how I shouldn't be 30 buying dolls. Um, but if people want to know the reason why I don't tell them things, well, stuff like this, right? Yeah. But I really did like Barbies quite a lot as a kid, like many girls of the era. I was an only child, so I did spend a lot of time by myself playing with my dolls, making up this stereotypically unhinged, storylines for your dolls, as many little girls do. The soap opera writers in the audience could really take note. So, as a tween and teen, I definitely went through the I'm not like other girls canon event. Something, something, internalized misogyny. You realize that society as a whole hates, dismisses, ridicules pink and girly things. So I definitely had my phase where I was I hate all the cute pink things and all the inherently feminine things. And they're terrible and stupid, and I'm better than that. And so I've spent a lot of time kind of reclaiming cute pink baby page. And now as an adult, I want to tell the world that they can claw cute pink baby page from my cold dead hands. Let's take this outside. Let's fight about it. So yeah, full circle moment, a little bit with this one. And soon you're going to see that, speaking of Smash, I did have a little challenger show up. My roommate's cat decided to jump up on the table as I was recording this, sit his chunky little butt on top of my stuff, and demand that I pay attention to him. So, and it was still partially wet. And that's one of the reasons why I hate watercolor so much, because things don't dry as quickly as you think they should. And so it's everything just smeared everywhere. I was just like, I'm having a bad time. It was a whole thing. So I was like, you know what? It's not that deep. It's not that deep. So I just finished the piece and I was like, you know what? We're going to save it. We're going to save it with the line art because that's how that works always. So I kind of did a little bit of mixed media stuff for this like final bit of the process. With I did use a little bit of Prisma for that like creamy yellow of her little hoodie, and I used some Muji fine liner pens. I don't know what particular kind they are because they were given to me as a gift. I just used a Winsor and Newton like travel kit, watercolor kit, and some brush pens with the water well in them, as you can see. So those were the tools that I used to make this piece. And yeah, I feel like I kind of saved it with the line art, and I just did like a really cute loosey goosey, not super serious, super clean line art because I was like, she not gonna look good. She's a sketch kind of a finished piece, but not a super serious finished piece. So I think she might be one that I would eventually like to actually like digitize, like redo digitally at some point. And then I will probably do that and be like, actually, I like this one better, as that's how it works, right? So yeah, that is the process for this adorable, cute little Licca-chan. And I have already purchased another doll that I will probably do some more fan art of, and I feel even worse for this purchase because she was more expensive. We won't talk about it. I'm stress shopping. I have to move in a few months. I'm I'm having a time. I'm having a time about it. So yeah. So that is the end of this video. I will see you guys again soon and catch you on the flip side.